Gibbo presents.
It's Gibbo coming to you from London, where I'm joined by two members of the King Sounds, King Addies. It is Kingpin and A1. Guys, welcome to the UK.
Yeah, man, enough respect.
I know you were in Europe last year, but is this your first time here in England?
Well, me personally, no. I have actually family that used to come out here all the time for summertime, so it's not my first time. I know, but playing playing in a dance will be my first time though.
And for me, yes, my first time, So big up to all of the UK people, them.
It's not all tea and crumpets and scones after all, is it?
Nah.
Have you had a chance to enjoy yourself and have a look around since you arrived here? Or is this a strictly business trip? Have you only been concentrating on the big event that's taking place later on this evening?
No, man, well, so we end up get to enjoy ourselves. We went out to Tottenham and Olipa Place last night and passed through dance over the sun and thing there. So all our vibes, man, over the sun, So it's been fun. UK has been fun.
So let's talk about the business part of the trip. Yeah. Tonight, it's all about the UK Cup clash, which is set to take place in only a matter of hours, a few miles away from here. Are the preparations all complete, or are there still some last-minute tweaks to be made to the game plan?
Well, of course, you have our plan already, but when you're in a song clash, things change just like that. So we still prepare no matter what. It's just a mental thing. You have to always be ready for anything, So still preparing, minute by minute.
For me, you never prepare till we're on the stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's never done until you're actually on the stage where the man play and after you play, and actually you never prepare till you won the trophy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always changes to be made, things to be done. So it's like the work never ends. The work never ends.
How detailed of a plan of attack do you like to go into a clash with? Because if you speak to any juggling selector or DJ for any genre of music, they'll say when it comes to a normal club booking, you shouldn't really go in with a detailed plan. You should adapt to circumstances on the night. Does the same apply for a clash?
A clash, as I said, a clash. We're gonna look at it like this, right? You could plan out your rounds for every round, but say you have a set thing and somebody else comes and plays it. What you had planned, you clearly can't play it back. So you must always be able to adapt. That's how we look at a clash. So it's not really like a set plan, but there's an idea of what we want to play and the strategy that we're going in with.
The blueprint.
Yeah.
You have a blueprint and then you just make your adjustments.
So who developed the blueprint for tonight? Was it just you two, or was there a lot of input from the rest of the team and management? Well,
we always try to keep it as a team thing, where we come up and devise a plan as to how the plan of the attack. So a team thing, but it always comes down to right here, right now, Kingpin and A1. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and the thing change when we're up on stage. Actually, at no point in time, have we planned and went up and did exactly what we planned. Never happened.
Can't plan for something.
You guys have been the selector and MC for Addies in the last few clashes. Are you the Addies clashing A-team at the moment?
Every man pan Addies a star.
Yeah,
but I guess we're the chosen ones that's sent out. And you have to big up Killer Boo and Swoogie because their input is very important as well.
Yeah,
So it's really a team thing. Like when we're here, they will call on Freeway and like we just have that vibe where we're just going through stuff together. We always try to keep it as a team thing,
I know you guys played together before you joined Addies, but how long have you known each other for?
A long time. I would say a good 8 years around there.
Yeah, man, like eight years or so. Yeah.
So did you go to school together, or was it just same
I
neighborhoods?
really true music, you know.
Yeah, music.
I really true music where, you know, it start linked on back then with different sounds. We used to just link because we used to have a sound and we just practice in our basement, like just go over there and practice. Big up man like RLP, Judah, Bucky Dan, you know, the whole squad Goldmine crew, you know, and Melitex crew. But we used to just practice and that's where we kind of got that foundation of kind of just playing together from, you know.
I know you played Melotex together, but A1, did you have your own sound as well? Goldmine?
Yeah, Goldmine sound, you know. That was with me and Judah used to be the faces of Goldmine, but with RLP and Bucky, those guys we used to be part of Goldmine. And I can't say still is, but it's still my heart, you know. Goldmine is always gonna be my heart. So that's it is what it is.
A lot of athletes have game day superstitions or rituals. For example, as you may well know, Ray Allen has to eat the same foods, do the same shooting practice, and take a nap at exactly the same time before every game. Do you guys have any pre-clash rituals or superstitions that you like to go through?
Yeah, man. The day of the clash, like later on when we heading towards the clash, I wouldn't listen to reggae music. I would listen to everything else but reggae to clear my mind a little bit for showtime. If you get what I'm saying, it's just something to clear your mind before the clash. You know what I mean? That's just me. That's my personal thing.
Same thing. Like just don't listen reggae music for the last hour or two. Like it just no dub plate. Yeah, you know almost if a country music you listen country music. You know what I mean? I say like it's just you just need a different kind of vibe, and then when you're just in it, that like you feel fresh. You just feel like yeah.
You know, sometimes if you constantly, you may start to overthink. You know what I mean, and rethink. You know what I mean. So that's why I personally just don't. I try to stay away from it, and then clash time, just getting your vibe, getting gear.
When do the nerves kick in? Is it when you wake up on the day of the clash? Is it when you leave for the venue?
I'll know. Right? Like the day of. That's when for me it kicks in. But as soon as I touch the stage, everything's good. Just ready for it. You know, that's just me.
Last week, for me, last week, like I would tell somebody like, "Yo, I got them jitters, man." Like you know, but today I'm fine. You know, for this entire week I'm fine. Like check me last week and it would have been like, damn, like you know. But it goes away pretty quickly, pretty quickly.
I wouldn't really say it's jitters. It's just an anxiousness. Like you just want to be there. Like you can't wait for it to happen. That's how I look at it. It's not really like I'm nervous or scared. You know what I mean? But
that's
it's
the
just
right word.
you just want it to be
over,
ready for it.
I don't think anyone can argue that King Addies is one of the most accomplished, well-respected, and well-known sounds in the world. Do you ever have a moment of realization when you suddenly stop and think, hold on, I'm part of the Billboard sound King Addies?
Every time we travel, like today, like last night we was playing out somewhere, and like random people just come up to you and say, yo, Kingpin. Like people you don't know, you never met in your life, just will come to you and say, Kingpin, wow, go on. And I mean, that right there makes you think like, yo, this is really, really a big worldwide thing. To me, that's what makes me realize how big Addies is. You know?
Definitely that. And plus, when you go certain places and they request a dub that you played like one time, and they're like, "Yo, how come when I play that dub, the dog?"
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and you know, you really just get that like, and then when you get the history of the fans, man, like to know like the fans and. Or you hear somebody actually passing on the car playing the music, you know, that you built or your mix CD or something like that.
Yeah,
like that that's very, it's very pleasing. Very, very pleasing.
The first time I realized that kind of action was when we went to Japan. Me and Killabu went to Japan, and I seen a Japanese girl, like a regular Japanese girl, singing one of our anthems, I think it was the Brown medley. She was singing it word for word, and she doesn't even speak English. So for her to sing it, I was like, damn, like that's really had me pause for a second. Like, wow.
How many of your friends, family members, and colleagues understand exactly how big time you are when it comes to reggae in the sound system world?
Boy, I would say not much of them. Because as a friend, they look at us like, oh, that's just Kingpin, you know what I mean? Just, because we grow up and, we always around each other. So they would look at us like, just a regular, just for Kingpin. But I don't think they really understand how big Addies is and how far it can get you, you know what I mean? So that's how I look at it.
It actually did hit one friend of mine, Be Nice. Because one time we were going to Germany.
Yeah.
And this was after World Clash, going to Germany. And, we were in the car. He had to take us to the airport and whatever. And he said, yo, man, sometimes he stops for a second to think like when we used to go World Clash before. And when Mataran and those guys would walk out on stage and that feeling like, yo, that's Mataran, yo.
Yeah, man.
That's this person, a trooper, squingy. And he said coming to the Clash now is like, yo, that's my brethren. You know what I said? Like, yo, and of course he's gonna call you by first name because we know each other on a first name basis. Yeah. So now it's kind of like instead of saying, yo, that's A1, he could call me by my first name and say, yo, I could text that dude anytime and he gonna respond. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just that kind of vibe, like people, like at least one of my friends expressed to me, like,
Do you ever feel like you're living a dual life? A1, sometimes you post work photos on Instagram. Yeah. It's a bit like you're the real life Bruce Wayne, high flying job in the city by day and world renowned soundman by night.
Well, I look at it as a great accomplishment to be able to, because tell you the truth, I stopped playing music for a while to finish college. You know what I'm saying? With Goldmine days, like that was the thing about Goldmine. It wasn't an Addies where we couldn't stop playing. So we both finished school. We all finished school, so we had to put juggling dates aside to say, yo, my last year of college, this and that. So the music thing, we have to take a break. And we all took breaks and we all finished school. So like being able to have my 9 to 5 is just and a damn good one too. It's like feel good about that. And then you leave from there, so you take off your tie and you put on your Timbs. You know what I say? Like and you're back in the streets. It's the funniest thing to see somebody from Albany Manor or in the streets when they see me on my 9 to 5. Like they look at me like, A1? Like, it's the funniest thing, man. And then you just, just laugh and say, yeah, man, respect, and just make it go on, But I look at it as a great accomplishment,
Another photo you posted on Instagram not too long ago was of your birthday cake, which I have to say I was very impressed by. In the caption to that photo, you wrote, I never aspired to be a DJ/soundman. And I have to say, I was surprised when I read that. What did you want to be?
Well, for me, I grew up in what was a typical kind of, you go to school, you get your diploma, you get your degree, and then you try to be a doctor or whatever, Like, that's how I grew up. So it was like, I try to kind of live by that, try to have your 9 to 5 and all of that. And the music, we really played music as a hobby, man. It was a hobby and it just turned into something that we turned out good at. Like it was never I'm aspiring to juggle, to kill. And to be honest, that's what I was kind of known for when I started playing music. Like, yo, that youth I can mix fast and in my juggle. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of just stuck with that. And then the whole Sound Clash thing and And I have no shame in saying like Song Clash on Yahoo. That's where it started.
Yeah,
You
true.
know, like Sound
Pal
Clash on
Talk.
Yahoo and
Yeah.
Pal Talk. You know,
Internet,
big
yeah.
up the whole of them one day. And like even back in the days with Dapper Lee by Innocent, Shasha Mani, but you have 3000 who now plays dynamic sounds, Scared, Kev Marley, and all of them one day. Like that's some I learn for Clash. I can't say I learn for Clash from the Holy Pot tape and
Yeah,
like
true.
that wasn't my time. Of course we listen to tape them, but as actually practicing for Clash, it came from online, the internet.
Real
Pal
talk.
Talk, Yahoo, Room 2, big up every man pan that, every
Jack or
woman,
Earth Ruler, all of
You
them
see
people out there.
all
Teflon,
LP,
yeah.
all them on there, you know.
When you think about it, it may sound weird, but that's really where it started for me and him. That's exactly where it started, clashing online.
Yeah,
And it's not to say clashing with dub plates, because me personally, I never really used to have dub plates. I used to play 45s. I have some 45s that are just, you would search for them for years, and I just have it. And I mean, that's where it started from for me, for 45s online, just playing music all day. That's where Melotex, that's how I got the opportunity to play Melotex. I was just playing music online one day, and Father Miller just hear me as a Kingpin. You know what I mean? I go on good pun this. Let me see what you could really do in the real world. And from there, that's how that happened for me.
Gibbo.